Hello friends, and this is my continuation of the previous video. And in my previous video, have I had explained you about the uh, S3 connectivity, right? Means how you can save the MQTT data in the S3 using the NodeRed, right? So in the issue was there that we were able to write only a single payload which were coming from the NodeRed, right? So in this video, we will use Kinesis Firehose, and after that, we will upload multiple payloads in a single file, right? So let's start. So I have explained you already that how we can create this graph in the Node-RED, and then this is my AWS console, right? I have already connected. I have already configured my MQTT protocol and the IoT AWS IoT core, right? So this is the totally connection here. So there are three nodes I have used: the timestamp function and the node red. This is the MQTT right out protocol, and you will see all of the configurations here, the endpoint and the security, each and everything we have configured here, right? So now what I'm going to do, right? I will send payloads from this node RED, right, from the timestamp, and these all payload will be stored in the S3 using the Kinesis firehose, right? So let's start. So this is the AWS console. Now what I'm going to do, I'm opening the IoT core, and then in the IoT core console, as per my previous video, I have created different type of rules, right? So like for storing the data into the DynamoDB, for storing the data into the S3 bucket, right? So this is on the same way we will create a rule which will store the data in S3 bucket, but not directly. It will store through the Firehose, right? And we will create a batch of all of the payloads, right? And we can define the batch size or the time duration to store the data into the S3 bucket, right? So for creating the rules, this is the act and this is the rules part. Once you click on the rules, then there are no rule, right? Because I have deleted all of the previous rules. So just click on the create rule, and here you need to enter the rule name, right? So rule is for performing some action if data is coming from the node-RED or any of the IoT devices. So this will be the action, right? So here I am using node-RED. Node-RED, don't use any special character. Node-RED, only underscore will be allowed. So node-RED and Kinesis Firehose S3, right? So this is the name of the rule, and description you can write. Now, what will be the rule, right? What will be the SQL query? So here, this is the topic. So we are going to read data from this topic. So select hashtag from this topic name, right? So this command, this SQL statement will select each and everything which will be sent by the node-RED or your simulator on this topic, right? You can change the topic name also, right? And after that, you need to add the action. In the action part, right, we have already explained about the DynamoDB and the S3. Now we are going to use the Kinesis Firehose, right? So search for the Kinesis Firehose. This is the Kinesis stream, and this is the Kinesis Firehose stream. So don't use the Kinesis stream, only the Firehose stream. So select the Firehose stream, and after that, click on the configure action. Once you click on the configure action, you need to select the resource, right? Stream name. Currently we don't have a stream name, then you need to create a new stream name, right? Just click on the create new resource, and here you need to select so this is how it works, right? The source, right? So there are two sources here. The one is for from the Kinesis data stream, second was a direct port. So use the direct port, right? What data will come on the Kinesis Pharos will be directly saved into the S3 bucket, right? So direct put and the destination is the Amazon S3, right? And we can select the S3 bucket here, right? So this one S3 bucket browse, and then there is no bucket here, right? Now I am going to create a bucket first, right? So S3, and then S3. So I'm going to create a new bucket for storing that data. So the bucket name is NodeRed Firehose data, right? So this is my bucket name, and then create bucket, right? So it's saying that there is an invalid character, right? So add dash here, and then right. So Firehose, remove, right? Okay, create bucket. So I have created this bucket. Don't modify other things, just enter the bucket name and create the bucket. So it has been created here, right? And then after that, in the S3, right? Go on the browse. Now, it's not coming here. Just click on the refresh. Yeah, it's here. Select that. So this is one, right? And if you want to prefix anything, then you can prefix here, right? So I'm NodeRed data, right? So NodeRed data. So I want to prefix it from the NodeRed data, right? And it will be in the format of YY, MMDD, and HH, right? Here you can select the buffer. So what is the buffer size? The minimum buffer size, right? So currently I'm doing 1 MB, and for the 60-second, right? So 300 seconds for the 5 minutes, because you can't decrease it from the 60 seconds. So you need to select that 60-second, right? So for one on each minute, all of the data will be stored in in S3 bucket, right? Means Kinesis Firehose will store all of the data which are coming from the NodeRed or the simulator, your IoT simulator, right? So I'm not using it at of gzip compressions, right? Just create delivery streams, right? Okay, it's creating. So once it's created, yeah, it has been created. Now what you need to do, so it has been created, you will get your delivery stream here. So this is the, oh, it's a ESTF. What is that? And there will be name, right? So just select it, and the select role, you can select any role and update the policy, right? And then add action, right? So this is the add action. So each and everything we have added the name of the rules, and after that we have select the data from the node, from the topics, and then we have created the action, right? And just click on the create rule, right? Once you click on the create rule, your rule has been created, right? Now what I'm going to do, right? I'm going on the node rate part, and then I'm opening the timestamp part, then I'm repeating it for interval of 1 second, right? Because 1 second done, right? And then deploy. So once I click on the deploy, then it's connected. It will start sending the data to the AWS IoT core, right? So how can we check that? We can check that. So it's at 12:19, so we need to wait for 1 minute to store it data into the S3 bucket, because Kinesis Firehose will wait for 1 minute or for 1 MB data, right, for storing those data into the S3, right? So just copy it, and then after uh, go on the test, and then MQTT test client, just enter the name of the topic here, right? Subscriber topic. Once you click here, then you can see the data is coming directly from the NodeRed, right? So multiple data is coming, right? Now if I go on the S3 bucket and then the NodeRed Firehose, then you will not be able to get any of the data here, because it will store the data after 1 minute, right? Because we have set the policy for the 1 minute. So once 1 minute is passed, then you will get a file here, right? And the structure of the file, the folder will be in the time series format. Means the year will come first, and then after month, and then the day of the month, and the hour, right? So in an hour you will get 60 files here, because we are uploading the data on each minute, right? And those data is coming from the Kinesis Firehose. This is a rule, right? So wait for 1 minute. I think 1 minute has passed, so let me check. Yes, you can see this folder has been created, NodeRed Data 2021, right? Once you click on this, then today it's 10th of October 2021. So this is the 10th, and then sorry, 10th is the October numeric month code, and this is 15th of October, and then 18th means the time is 18th, right? Once you click on that, then you will get the file. Once you download this file, then currently it's one file, right? After 1 minute you will get another file also, right? So you will get all of the payloads, right, which has been sent by the, so you can see these are the payloads, right? All of the payloads which has been sent by node red, right? So one, if you wait for 1 more minute, then you will get another file here, right? So currently let's wait. Yeah, so this is the second file, because on each minute all of the data is so all of the data we are writing, means the Kinesis for Firehose is writing here in the S3 bucket, right? So this is a full flow, right? So let me summarize it. So what we have done, we have created a sample flow in the NodeRed, and we are sending, we have configured all of the MQTT rules in the NodeRed use, and we have created a thing in the AWS IoT core, and after that we have created a rule, we have configured Kinesis Firehose, and we have configured S3 bucket for writing the data into the S3 bucket using the Kinesis for Firehose. So these are all things we have done, right? So if you face any type of issue during this practical, then just put it into the comment. I will help out there on the YouTube, right? And if you have not watched our previous video regarding the NodeRed, then you can watch my previous video, right? And it will be helpful for you to configure the NodeRed and connecting AWS using the NodeRed, right? And thanks for watching the video, and thank you very much.